The weight we carry is so often invisible, but it's real. How do we empower ourselves to overcome the fear keeping us from relieving that burden? What's up, my EFF? Let me tell you how it is. You've stumbled upon God Jots, a series about the nature of love, compassion, joy, and the real-life connection between human beings. I'm Ender Bowen, Nashville, Tennessee rock pop artist, author, husband, father, complete dork, and aspiring compassionist. Sit back, relax, and be prepared to laugh, cry, maybe even get that weight off your back. Yeah. I had a nagging feeling gnawing at me for months, maybe even years. It was subtle at first, like the distant hum of a song you know but can't quite remember the words to. Then it grew louder, and louder still, until I couldn't ignore it. This feeling was about one of my friends from college. I hadn't heard from him in what seemed like forever, and for the life of me, I couldn't figure out why. Was it something I said? Maybe something I didn't say? Or maybe it was just life, its obligations, its distractions, pulling us apart without any real malice. But the ache of not knowing kept bothering me. The distance felt sharper, like an open wound that hadn't been tended to. At first, I brushed it off, chalking it up to normal life stuff. People drift apart, right? We move to different cities, take up new jobs, start families, get swallowed by responsibilities. But over time, I couldn't deny the truth. It hurt to not have him in my life. Was I being selfish? Was it possible he was having the same thoughts about me? At least to the extent that I hadn't really done anything to reach out to him either. Was I just as much, if not more, to blame for this widening chasm? Eventually, I couldn't stand it anymore. The unresolved tension gnawed at my insides like a tiny, unrelenting voice reminding me of what was missing. So, I bit the bullet and I sent him a message. Just a simple text, testing the waters, as you would. Okay, that's a lie. It was one of my infamously long Facebook messages that I wrote, read, pruned, reread, pruned again, reread some more, pruned one more time, then finally sent. Then unsent, pruned one more time again, and then sent again. My heart was beating. My thumbs were twiddling. There's always that fear, right? What if there was something wrong? What if he didn't respond? But he did. He messaged back almost immediately, and what followed was one of the most uplifting conversations I'd had in a long, long time. We caught up like no time had passed at all. It was one of those rare moments where you realize, despite everything, you can still pick up right where you left off. It was as if the years of silence dissolved in the span of minutes. And when the conversation ended, I felt lighter. The surprising thing wasn't just that the reconnecting felt good, it was that it lifted a weight I hadn't even realized was there. I didn't really expect it to change anything like deep inside of me, but it did. Almost immediately after that conversation, my wife noticed a change in me. I was bouncier, more playful. She said I had been acting more relaxed and less agitated. And I didn't even realize it until she pointed it out. Not having talked to my friend, not knowing where we stood, it had been sitting in me like a rock I had grown used to carrying. When I finally let go of it, I could feel how heavy it had been. The thing is, I didn't think it had affected me that deeply. I didn't walk around consciously thinking about it every day, but there it was, hiding in the background, pulling me down more than I knew. It made me wonder, how many of us are walking around with these unspoken weights? Maybe it's a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Maybe it's a family member or even someone from work. We let the unresolved linger, telling ourselves we're fine, but deep down, it's weighing us down more than we think. This also got me thinking about how the last few years, especially with COVID, have done a number on our relationships. The physical, emotional, even ideological disconnect has left a trail of unresolved pain. We got used to being distant, separated, and disconnected. We've let small grievances turn into big gaps. We're more divided, more isolated. And that pain, it festers. It might not scream at us every day, but it's there, making us a little heavier than we should be. And just like with my friend, that disconnection can wear on our hearts without us even really realizing it. It's not just personal either. The political climate, the endless arguing over ideology. It's not just personal either. The political climate, the endless arguing over ideologies. It's like we're all walking around with wounds that have never fully healed. And the weight? It shows up in our frustrations and in the way we treat each other, in the anger we feel when someone disagrees with us. But at the core, it's the same thing. We're missing connection. We're missing resolution. That reconnection with my friend taught me something vital. We need to keep the lines of communication open as much as we reasonably can. We can't keep letting unresolved tensions sit there, quietly weighing us down. The people who matter most, we need to reach out to them. If I was feeling that kind of relief after reconnecting with one person, I had to imagine he was feeling it too. How many other people are out there aching in that same silent way? People we haven't even thought about, carrying their own unspoken burdens. And what would happen if we just made a little bit of an effort to reach out? It doesn't even have to be a big thing, a text, a phone call, a message asking how they're doing. Maybe we can't fix everything, but we can at least lift a little weight for someone, even if just for a moment. The next few minutes of their day might be a little bit better because we reached out. And when you think about it, isn't that what we all need right now? A little more connection, a little more understanding. Maybe, just maybe, we can help someone feel less alone, less isolated, less hurt. My wife's been doing the same thing lately. She's been reaching out to people she hasn't talked to in a while. She doesn't want to leave things unresolved either because you never know what tomorrow's going to bring. She's patching things up where she can, making sure that the people who matter know they matter. Watching her do that's inspired me. It's not just about avoiding regret. It's about living lighter, freer. It's about making sure we aren't carrying around unnecessary weight because of a conversation we're afraid to have or a connection that we've let wither. So here's the truth that I've come to embrace. We can't leave things undone. We can't let these small but significant moments pass us by, where we could reconnect, where we could resolve, where we could heal. The weight we carry is so often invisible, but it is real. And the only way to shed it is to be brave enough to make the first move, to reach out, to talk, to heal the old wounds. Yeah, it might feel awkward or even risky, but the payoff is far greater than the fear. You don't want to live your life carrying around unresolved things, do you? You don't want to look back wishing you'd made that call, sent that message, patched up that relationship. Yeah, no, none of us do. We think we can push it off, ignore it, move on, but it doesn't work that way. It sits there, just quietly gnawing at us until we finally do something about it. So, reach out. Say what needs to be said. You have no idea how much lighter you'll feel. And maybe, just maybe, you'll lift a weight from someone else too. Because the truth is, connection is what makes us human. And without it, we're just wandering, lost under the weight we weren't meant to carry. Let it go, and watch how much lighter and freer you feel. All right, now it's your turn. When have you found a great, invisible, or unspoken weight lifting from you? Was it because of a disconnection, distance, or something else? What kept you from doing something about it? How did you overcome that? Are you currently being weighed down by circumstances similar to the one I described in this episode? What's keeping you from resolving them? What do you think would help? I would love for you to share your thoughts about this episode with my growing community of aspiring compassionatists. Find out how to join us on Discord by going to enderbowen.com/Discord. If you like this episode and want to be notified of new ones when they're uploaded, make sure you don't leave without hitting that subscribe button. Or subscribe to God Jots on your favorite podcast streaming service. You can also check out more God Jots, as well as subscribe to the mail list for ebooks, updates, and exclusive content at godjots.com. Until next time, be honest with yourself. Be truthful with others. Give people the opportunity to surprise you. And remember that it's impossible to have absolutely nothing in common with another human being. Be a little light in the world. I'm sure I'll see you soon.